Let's see what we're watching. All right. What's your favorite superhero team says about you?
Tom Toretto, he was onto something. Maybe it is all about family.
Gotta say, it's fantastic.
Wait, no, is that a line one?
Gotta say,
Tom Toretto, he was onto something. Maybe it is all about family.
gotta say, it's
Oh.
fantastic.
And he said, hey, it's fantastic. But he
You must
said,
have an insane amount of
gotta say
mental
it's fantastic.
fortitude.
I
to
thought it was
withstand
like-
the amount of shitty adaptations
was that his first take at the line? It's like,
this team has been
Oh.
through. By the way, this is being recorded before First Steps comes out, so, you know, things might change. Listen, Fantastic Four fans, they are truly small in size. In the wider net, you have people who just like the Fantastic Four because they grew up with the 2000s films and they watched those Jessica Alba scenes one too many times. Then after that, you have two parts of the fandom. The first one makes up around 80%, and they're just super willy-nilly to talk about the Fantastic Four online and contribute to discussions through comments. Actually, Dr. Doom, he's not really a bad guy. He's just quirky. He's a bit petty, you know, but he's actually a very lovable uncle to Valeria.
what is the meaning of this, Richards? Here in Latveria, Doom demands that children always get a good night's sleep. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, the Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Namor love triangle, it's a
To feel alive. So how did Reed take the news? I wish I knew. God. In the short time we have to do it. Hello? In the short time we have to do it. Reed, I'm down here at Infinite Show.
so insane. It's a
That's
huge
crazy.
thing in the comics. Then the small remaining 20%, you got people who actually read the comics.
Mecha Break is now available with Google Play Games on PC.
I mean, can the aforementioned 80% really name a famous Fantastic Four story arc? And no, Ultimate Reed Richards becoming the maker does not count, you basic bitch. But going back to the whole Namor thing, it just seems like a lot of Fantastic Four fans, they just fantasize about being cut. I get that the Fantastic Four is Marvel's first true family, and let's be honest, probably yours as well, but there's no reason to project like that. I get it though, after this, honest, probably yours as well, but
The Fantastic Four. Featuring The Thing, Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch, Invisible Girl, together for the first time in one mighty magazine. I can't turn invisible fast enough. How can we stop this? How can we stop this creature, Torch? Just wait and see, sister. The Fantastic Four have only begun to fight. If the you can't do it alone, it's time to take the thing. It's time for the thing to take a hand. It'll take more than ropes to keep Mr. Fantastic out of action. Tough.
there's no reason to project like that. I get it though, after the string of failed adaptations, something is bound to break inside you. It's pointless. You're either A, gonna be forever disappointed that the new Fantastic Four movie isn't as good as The Incredibles, or B, continue whining about how they were the true OGs of Marvel. Like, Jesus, Grandpa, take your meds. Oh yeah, don't even get me started on evil Iron Man. I heard Fantastic Four fans pissing blood halfway across the world when that was announced. Honestly, with the Fantastic Four finally in the MCU and them looking like some serious snacks and Marvel rivals, right now might be the resurgence of the Fantastic Four fans. Once they stop gooning to Sue Storm for Marvel rivals, of course.
Over here, fellas.
I hate to break it to you, but you are not special because you had a crush on Raven when you were pre-pubescent. I know there were fans of Teen Titans pre the 2003 show, but let's be honest, that was a different era. That was a time when you could put Teen Titans and the X-Men in the same sentence, or Deathstroke and
I need that. Where's Raven in this?
Kevin Spacey in the same sentence. If not for the 2003 show, let's be real, Deathstroke and Kevin Spacey in the same sentence. If not for the 2003 show, let's be real, the Teen Titans would have just rotted away in the corner with all the dust and webs and shit. And of course, if you go up with the 2003 show, you find it absolutely sinful to have characters like Wally West or Donna Troy in the team roster. Even though, get this, they were part of like Wally West or Donna Troy in the team roster.
Yes,
Even
squad.
though, get this, they were part of the original team. But of course, that doesn't matter to you.
Yo, I love
Even
Aquaman.
though, get this, they were part of the original team. But
They
of
were.
course, that doesn't matter to you, right? Because the 2003 team, they're perfect. They're way better than that
So
team.
they are perfect.
Which,
fuck?
to be honest, I kind of agree with. Any team with a Wally West and that's broken. You think Brother Blood's gonna have a good time getting punched in the nut at super
Bro, I'm
speed?
gonna
Like
love
Brother
this.
Blood, there will be no brothers for your child coming out of there, just blood. But there was a time when the Teen Titans fandom was the most annoying group of people on the planet, and that's when Teen Titans Go was starting up. I know people have come around to it now, but when I was young, growing up and watching that show, I felt ashamed, I felt judged. And now look who's winning.
Loser.
Not me, because I don't think I've seen an episode of that show in like 10 years. Then after years of hate mail and
Just-
pestering, the producers were like, okay,
Show's tough.
you know what? The demand is there. Let's bring the OG Teen Titans back for a special movie. And guess what? I doubt 90% of these fans actually ended up watching that movie. And the producers were like, why is the main demographic for streaming this movie under 10 years old? But I think the best time to be a Teen Titans fan was during the time of the Titans TV show. Right? Because they did everything
Mayhem
so
is in their
well.
blood.
Of
Their
course, the
blood.
best time is yet to come when the DCU introduces Teen Titans with Damian Wayne leading them and they pretend that Tim Drake doesn't exist.
Dang.
Woo!
Oh, said it yourself, bitch. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
One thing's for sure, you definitely did not fuck with them before 2014. And if you did, they definitely weren't your favorite superhero team of all time. Let's relax. Either way, let's just be happy that your MCU trilogy might be the most overlooked trilogy in terms of quality in the entire MCU. And it's not even just in that. Guardians of the Galaxy fans are probably upset that they're overlooked in everything. Anyone remember they had their own video game and it was actually well received, but no one played it? No, not that one. I'm talking about that one as well. It seems like Marvel just went balls deep into the Guardians as a franchise, but the demand just wasn't there. Because if there ain't no James Gunn Guardians, there ain't no Guardians fans, okay? I'm sorry. And don't pretend you liked them before James Gunn did his thing. No, you didn't, okay? You remember them from that one Earth's Mightiest Heroes episode or that Lego Marvel Superheroes game. And don't even make me bring up the time when all you listened to was Awesome Mix Volume 1, as if you were some sort of special indie kid. That was a 2010s equivalent of buying a matcha and reading a physical book with wired earphones. If you're a Guardians fan, the only feeling you're ever hooked on is probably having daddy issues.
It's simple. Get on board or get out of the way.
Yes! Can't say talk shit about Justice.
You have Young Justice fans who like the show and maybe fell off during season 3 or 4. Then you have Young Justice fans who reside on Reddit and TikTok and Pinterest and Tumblr. They will have entire accounts dedicated to one of these characters, fucking treasure them and talk about them as if they're real people. Listen, Wally West is dead, okay? Move on. Speaking of which, they'll probably be the first to
you
tell
with
you that Young
spoilers.
Justice isn't actually cancelled because they never officially said so. Even if for
It's
some
not.
reason they
Never will
revive
be.
it again, is that something we really want? We've been blue-balled by this fucking dark side story since season 1, and when they were blessed.
Yes,
by
what the
hand
fuck
of
y'all
God
want
to be
Darkseid
revived
again and
again,
everything?
They just
Calm the fuck
introduced
down.
a million side characters and a bunch of other villains that no one cares about, and made zero progress on the overall story. This is like giving a dog who bit a child a ribeye steak as a treat. How long are we gonna keep rewarding this behavior? Anyway, no, I'm not gonna forget about the original Young Justice comic run, which had Superboy and Impulse.
Tough. Batman, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Diana. Nope. Wonder Woman, Superman, Kyle Rayner, Aquaman. You got Speedy. I think it's Anna Troy. I don't know who Shotty's back is. We got Superboy. We got Robin. Which Robin? And we got Impulse.
And Tim Drake Robin, I believe. Apparently the series was pretty good, and if you're a fan of that series, you're probably upset that the show was kind of nothing. The series
show is
comic
tough?
run, which had Superboy and Impulse
Oh, it's
and
Omnibus?
Tim Drake Robin, I believe. Apparently the series was pretty good, and if you're a fan of that series, you're probably upset that the show was kind of nothing like that series. But hey, at least you don't have to see your favorite character get fanficked with another character. Also, that series. But hey, at least you don't have to see your favorite character get fan.
Dude, worst study help ever. You mean best study help ever?
conflict with another character. Also, these guys come in hordes, so if you insult them in the comments, just be ready.
Yo.
Are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles even considered superheroes? That's like calling Power Rangers superheroes. Before we sound off, yes,
What?
I know that their origin was loosely based on the Daredevil origin. Oh my god, it's not really a fun fact if you had to hear it 1,023 times. With the TMNT, each generation has their own favorite version. You got the 80s show and the live action movie that came after that, whose fans will do anything but accept any other version that came after. You got the 2000s version, aka
Bro,
the best
they've
version.
been here
You got the
forever.
2012
You notice that?
Nickelodeon version, which apparently got better after people stopped watching it, and then you got Rise of the Ninja Turtles, which I'm pretty sure no one was watching.
They're
in
the
first
future
place.
version. Did you add that one?
I've heard it's fun. I mean, how am I supposed to group these groups together? By the fact that they all claim to really love the Last Ronin book, even though none of them read it without being spoiled first? I also feel like TMNT fans are the most harmless fans in the world, for better or for worse. If I insult you, what are you gonna do? Rant about how the 2007 movie is underrated? Pfft, good fucking luck. What's crazy is that TMNT
shit go
fans are
hard.
willing to die on the hill that the 1990 TMNT movie is the best TMNT movie of all time, despite Mutant Mayhem coming out 2 years ago. And now I have to address the 2 live-action ones produced by Michael Bay. Yes, you may not like those movies. Yes, you may think that they're a bastardization of the source material, but you can't stop the fact that they will be in some YouTuber's essay in 5 years calling them underrated. But honestly, I'm pretty sure most hardcore Turtles fans are 90s kids who have no sense of time. And if you're watching this right now, I would like to remind you that this show wasn't 20 years ago. This show was now 20 years ago. Yeah, check your pension.
What the fuck is going on?
Bro.
We're fucking coming, man!
I'm gonna be honest,
Ah,
I know
but it's-
little to
gotta
nothing
pa-
about this team. I just know that if I didn't include them in this video, the Doom Patrol fans would hold me in my dreams. I think I saw half of
I'm not caught up in this show, so we're just gonna. Thank God he didn't even talk about it.
it. I guess the one of the show, and I've seen them make appearances here and there, but that's pretty much about it. I guess the one fact that every Doom Patrol fan knows is that the X-Men is actually a ripoff of Doom Patrol.
What? Oh. Yes. No, it's just a guy in a wheelchair, very smart, leading the team. Deformed figures accosted by society with special powers go on a mission to save the world.
That's something, right?
Yeah. That's about it. The comics term, that's not shitty at all. That's not copy.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, where
straight
do I
up.
begin? Is anyone's favorite superhero team actually the Avengers? I
Who does
understand
it?
if you like the team and everything, but to say that they're your absolute favorite? That's insane. But also
They're not
brave, because
the
that
best
tells
superhero
me
team.
that you're unafraid to be called a normie of the highest degree. The only reason I feel like anyone would say that the Avengers is their favorite
We're saying best teams is like that has Justice League, Young Justice, Justice League International, JSA, X-Men. Specific teams though, like in the X-Men. Let me say X-Men. What else team did I say? The Terrifics. What else? I already said Young Justice, right? What else? A Squad. And Justice League. That's like tough squads.
superhero team is because
Fantastic
they
Four.
don't know any other superhero team. Of course, this could change in a few years because kids who grew up in the 2010s, they could be like, oh yeah, I grew up with the Avengers, you know, they were there my whole life, those movies, I fucking love them. They're my goats. But I have to ask, what does Avengers even mean at this point? I feel like it just means every Marvel hero ever, because apparently that's how the MCU defines it, and therefore that's how Marvel Comics defines it.
Beautiful word. Nah. The Justice League is more like that. We're like really, hey, they just pull up. We need some shit on, pull up. Even though you're not fully on the team, hey, we got some magical wizard shit. Hey, that you gotta pull up. Hey, Fate, you need to lead this shit, you know? There's some crime shit, hey, the question come up. But now, they're doing a crazy run like that, it's gonna be called Avengers, but like,
You ask an Avengers fan what the best Avengers story is, and they'll be like,
so you gonna say,
um, If they can even talk in the first place, because they'll probably be blubbering through their tears and sniffles.
Civil War is insane. So that one. What else?
Because they're still upset that Earth's Mightiest Heroes got cancelled for that Avengers Disney show. Give it up, bro. It's not being revived, okay?
My name is Coral Docks. But the Legionnaires just call me
Or the
Brainy.
Legion.
My name is Coral Docks.
Okay.
But the Legionnaires just call me Brainy.
Honestly, the same boat as Doom Patrol. I know there were some hardcore Legion of Superheroes fans out there, so I didn't want to do you guys dirty, because let's be honest, you guys have been done dirty enough as it is. An animated series that didn't get popular, live action appearances limited to CW, and an appearance in Young Justice, but when Young Justice wasn't that good anymore. Oh wait,
Legion's
sorry,
tough.
how could I forget a Tomorrowverse movie that also wasn't very good? The Legion
I
of
gotta watch
Superheroes
them.
peaked in the 70s and 80s, and the writers who grew up with them, they tried bringing it back, but it just never caught back on again. So what I'm trying to say is, I know you guys love your sci-fi, but let's be honest, the world doesn't want more sci-fi at the moment, because the world we're living in now feels like fucking sci-fi. Are Power Rangers even considered
Now we talk about
superheroes?
peak.
That's like calling the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles superheroes. I know I talked about generations resonating with a
Yes.
specific team or
I'll
variation,
watch them after this.
but
Watch
that
them out.
concept might be the most true with Power Rangers. I feel like over the course of your childhood, you can have 5 different Power Ranger teams because they just went through those teams like fucking tissues. For team themes, they just rotate between tech, animals, space, and ninja, and Power Ranger fans keep coming back as if it's some brand new fucking thing.
You retarded? Obviously is.
The OG that everyone comes back to though is obviously the Mighty Morphins. I mean, come on, nothing says hero
This man actually knows no ball.
casting the Asian woman as the Yellow Ranger and casting the black man as the Black Ranger, and real Power Ranger fans will be quick to rush to their keyboards to type up and tell you, actually those casting colors were just a pure coincidence, which is apparently true, but it doesn't make it any less funny. What
Not gonna lie, you're not taking black? You had an option?
isn't funny to look back on though is how they try to Man of Steel the Power Rangers in
No, this shit was tough and you fucking know it.
2017.
Power Rangers movie was fucking tough and you fucking know it.
Good thing these fans don't ever bring that up. Oh wait, they do, just to say, actually, I enjoy the 2017 Power Rangers movie.
Yeah.
Anything else? I don't remember the movie being bad, okay, but the armor looks like hard candy that would melt in your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know why. But I was in a separate... Is this... Ooh, okay.
Dude, you have to watch the Ultimate Cut. It's the only way to see the film. Buddy, it's 3 hours, 35 minutes long. I accidentally watched it because I thought it was a theatrical cut, and that was enough. Breaking news, you fat nerds. The Watchmen looking cool wasn't the point of the original book. And fans of the movie are always quick to bring it up in any discussion about what's the best superhero movie of all time. As if that computes in any fucking sense. And it's funny because Watchmen fans can be more purist than a Nazi when it comes to DC making changes or adaptations. The HBO show is an insanely good what-if sequel, but apparently fuck watching that because it's not written by Alan Moore. Oh. Doomsday Clock, oh no. Oh, don't let Dr. Manhattan interact with these childish DC properties. Ugh, it's not right.
I want to read it though. You have done much good in the world, Superman, but that cannot excuse the role you played in the attack that left scores of my people dead. Posar, Superman will be held accountable, but Kondak will be the nation that does it. Fight not for a government that wants to control you because it fears you. Join me in my nation and be free. I would never betray my homeland. It is November 2nd, 1985. I watched Lori Holt Daniel Dreiberg close, her mascara mixed with tears, his naked skin providing her comfort. It's October 1985. I dropped the photograph on Mars, leaving it all behind. Oh, it is April 18th, 1938. Superman holds a car over his head. There are innocent people in the area. Since when has that ever stopped your country? It's April 18th, 1938. There is no car. Oh. Yo, that's crazy. That's the first issue. Wait, hold on. Hold up, hold up, hold up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? April 18th, 1938. That's crazy. This is June 1938. But got that, bro. Got a little. Let me get a little close up 20. God damn. What? Damn with the green, bro. Don't the green. That shit messed it up. But Jai. That's tough. Action Comics twin? Yes. I gotta watch that then.
Man, how to interact with these childish DC properties. Ugh, it's not right.
I'm gonna get crazy at this,
Watchmen
bro.
animated movies. I don't think anyone actually watched them. Don't forget the motion comic as well, which all these guys praise. And by the way, one guy voices every character, including the women. Watchmen fans can also be the type to say that graphic novels don't count as literature, but they force themselves to read Watchmen so they don't seem too pretentious. It's like when a person who hates rap forces themselves to listen to a Kendrick Lamar album just so they can be like, actually, you know what? I'm not that pretentious. I do like rap, especially this one album. Yeah, it's way different from the other slop, you know? But in actuality, they hated every single minute of listening to it.
Fuck y'all.
Bruh.
You don't look like an...
Okay, seriously, you're probably upset that Marvel fucked up that one TV show with them and then caused bad publicity because they try to replace the X-Men with them too. Also, you're probably spewing over every time Marvel uses Black Bolt as a ragdoll to show how powerful a new character is.
You don't look like an intergang.
We're the Justice Society.
I'm really trying to skip over it. Nah, humans are like
You
really
either
like
love
that.
being really different or congratulations on your retirement. A-list characters are like kryptonite to Justice Society fans. Like if your mom knows a character that's in the Justice Society of America, then fuck that, the Justice Society is now ruined for you. Which is fair enough because the JSA is like the X-Men in a way. They're better than the sum of their parts. Because listen, this is the same team that your grandpa tells you that he was reading about. And that's even before he goes on a tangent.
Alright, hold on.
Are like kryptonite different or
This society is tough.
you
One
either
of the best
love being
spots.
really different or congratulations on your retirement. A-list characters are like kryptonite to Justice Society fans. Like if your mom knows a character that's in the Justice Society of America, then fuck that, the Justice Society is now ruined for you. Which is fair enough because the JSA...
This is a squad, bro. Atom Smasher, Flash, Wizard, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, not Moon Knight, Midnight, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, I don't know, bro, is Power Girl. That guy's cool. Star Girl. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Arrow Man. I said, not Catman, I forgot his name.
is like the X-Men in a way. They're better than the sum of their parts. Because listen, this is the same team that your grandpa tells you that he was reading.
Where else? Look at this squad right here. What was this one?
Better than the sum of their parts. Because listen, this is the same team that your grandpa tells you that he was reading about. And that's even before he goes on a tangent that he doesn't realize is racist. I feel like nowadays, the Justice Society is only brought out of the dungeon when DC can't afford to use the Justice League.
What would you say to somebody that hasn't tried therapy before?
Just ask yourself if what you're doing in your life right now is working. If you have peace, if you have good relationships with loved ones.
I mean, to be honest, Stargirl was pretty sick. I learned a lot about the JSA through that show. The Justice Society in Black Adam, more like a Justice Squad. Like, there is no way that any JSA fan is calling that team a society. What? The Justice Society in Legends of Tomorrow, it was pretty alright, except them in World War I or II or whatever. JSA fans are purists in that way. If you try to de-age them and not make them a group of old senile men, then they will try gutting you in your sleep. It's either A, you grew up with the 90s comics, B, you grew up...
Crazy. That's a squad.
Up with the animated show, or C, you're still riding that Snyder cut high. Love that you grew up with the animated show, or C, you're still riding that Snyder.
What? It's gonna be a Sana Snyder, but Zack Snyder.
A cut hard. I love the Justice League, don't get me wrong, but it kind of feels like picking a nuclear bomb in a game of rock, paper, scissors. There are too many assumptions I can make about Justice League fans, so I'm just gonna blitz through some. You prefer Wally West? You prefer Kyle Rayner or Jon Stewart? You think Martian Manhunter belongs on the team? You think Cyborg is I can make about Justice League fans, so I'm just gonna blitz paper, scissors.
What do you say?
There are
Let's
too
go.
many assumptions I can make about Justice League fans, so I'm just gonna blitz through some. You prefer Wally West? You prefer
Yes.
Kyle Rayner or Jon Stewart? You think Martian Manhunter belongs on the team? You think Cyborg is better on the Teen Titans? You're okay with
Yes.
Batman and Wonder Woman being a couple? You have to mention Batman singing in that one episode, okay, we get it. You hate the Justice League. You don't mind the Snyder Cut. You can never decide whether Brainiac is a Justice League threat or a Superman threat. And I think that's all I can think of. Going back to the Justice League thing, I don't think anything can measure up to the disappointment of watching that on the big screen for the first time. A Justice League movie
Did I
is
see
an
that in
easy
theaters?
$1 billion, and somehow they done fucked up. They tried building a house of cards on top of another house of cards. But I honestly think that Justice League fans, basically all
Nah,
of them
you
come
forgot
from the
how bad
Justice
that
League
movie
show.
was.
Because let's be honest, no one watched those DC Amy movies and then was like, okay, you know what? I think Justice League is my favorite superhero team of all time. No. No one's saying that.
You still believe?
Just because someone stumbles, loses their way, it doesn't mean they're lost forever.
This needs an entirely dedicated video. There are just way too many generations to tackle for X-Men fans. First, you grew up with the Claremont run, and now you either have a family or you're desperately alone. Second, you grew up with the 90s series, and now you can't stop glazing the shit out of X-Men 97. Third, you grew up in the Wolverine era with shows like X-Men Evolution, Wolverine and the X-Men, and anime X-Men and anime Wolverine. I know, but you didn't expect those deep cuts. And finally, we have today's generation who grew up with Deadpool and clips from X-Men 97. I'm gonna say right now, I'm an X-Men fan. No, I haven't read all the comics. No, I didn't keep up with all 10 series during the Krakoa run, okay? But I just love the idea of them. It's just amazing. What's also amazing is an X-Men fan's ability to excuse any downright bad guy as a good guy. Oh, but Magneto, he just wants to fight for his people. Yes, please excuse all the innocent people he kills and the very point of the X-Men existing. That makes sense. The guy calls his team the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Listen. Yeah?
Even Magneto has no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I also don't need to read your mind to know that you think that Cyclops was done injustice in the films. He was wasted. Justice for Cyclops on film, because you'll probably tell me unprovoked. There are just way too many things that X-Men fans feel the need to tell people for no reason. Well, you know, they were actually made as an allegory for minority rights, and please, leave me alone. Go watch your favorite TV show that no one else in the world has seen, like The Gifted or Legion. Legion was pretty good though, I can't lie. And if you want to get into specifics about what your favorite X-Men character says about you, then I made a video about that too around a year ago, so check that out if you haven't already. Check out my discussion channel. I will be reviewing Fantastic Four first steps on there, so, you know, stay tuned and check out my letterbox and check out my second channel for random vlogs and videos. Everything's in the description. I'll see you next week.
All right.